Across Europe and America, Muslims continue to be the victims of hatred, ethnic profiling, violence, discrimination and media manipulation that, by claiming that violent extremists are driven by Islam, gives them legitimacy and provides them with unsolicited propaganda.
And when the Western media say that they are Islamic militants, then they convey to them that very legitimacy that these people are trying to obtain. Then how can you be surprised when young people in Europe feel attracted by those Islamic militants? They believe what the media say. They're militants. Good, let's fight for a cause.
At the UN Geneva, during the 33rd session of the Human Rights Council, the Geneva Centre for Human Rights Advancement and Global Dialogue organized a panel discussion entitled Muslims in Europe, the Road to Social Harmony, to discuss means to fight against the growing phenomenon of Islamophobia and promote social harmony and mutual understanding. A study mandated by the Geneva Centre and authored by Dr. Zidane Mary Boud, bearing the same name as the event, was also present on the occasion.
I think, academic people have a very important role to play in this regard. The media organizations have a very important role to play in this regard as well, and religious leaders. And I was so pleased, of course, to see this kind of communication going on between the Pope Francis of Vatican and other religious leaders from the Arab world, and especially the Grand Mufti of Al-Azhar. The most recent important visit, which was conducted by His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed, the Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi, last week, when he met with the Pope in Vatican last week. I think that by really, having this kind of visits and taking similar initiatives where religious leaders, political leaders get together to promote for this kind of culture, the culture of tolerance, culture of understanding. At the end of the day, we have one planet to live and we have to really work so hard to achieve this.
The Geneva Centre advocates against the incitement of religious hatred and violence and for the recognition that Islamophobia should specifically be the object of sanctions under international law.
I think we have a leader in the form of Pope Francis, who is a great advocate of dialogue, of mutual understanding, of mutual respect, of avoiding blame game, and to understand. Religions are religions, they are always very dear to human beings. As long as there is respect for each other, as long as there is understanding of each other, that would be a good basis for promoting harmony.
The panelists warned against the growing trend of distorting the message of Islam by nurturing the conflation of the Muslim faith with terrorism. We Muslims living in Europe have a responsibility to represent the peaceful essence of Islam, as well as integrating ourselves in our societies. However, integration does not mean assimilation into the culture of the other. Each keeps one's own culture, but we have to understand and to respect the culture of the host country.
From the point of view of the Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights, we were invited to participate in the panel, and we always do these side events during the Human Rights Council that have to do with freedom of religion or human rights, anything to advance the discussion and the dialogue, and to discuss about how we can better implement the 1618 resolution. We're happy to participate in.
It was pointed out that Islam is not only a religion, but also a lifestyle. In response to recent controversies, this expert insisted that Muslim women should be free to wear or not to wear a headscarf, a hijab, or any other decent clothing of their liking.
The wearing of the veil to cover the head is not a problem. It's not a problem for the society, because it is a kind of liberty of expression. It is one article of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Each person has the right to express himself or herself as he like. I can express myself by wearing a mini jupe or wearing any kind of dress. Why the European media focused on the dress of a Muslim woman and not the dress of an African woman or the dress of an Indian woman and so on?
Ambassador Jazari said to bear in mind Voltaire's saying, to paraphrase, "I do not like what you are wearing, but I shall fight to death so that you have the right to wear it."
In this case, it particularly applies to Muslims, but it's not only Muslims. We can say the same thing about so many other groups or people or religions or ethnic minorities or whatever. So we have a big role to play in helping educate people around that, and to see my brother and my sister, who's very different, is still my brother and my sister.
All panelists recalled that Islam, as all religions, upholds peace and harmony.
In this context, I find it appropriate to quote Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed, Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi, on the occasion of his visit to the Vatican last week. Quote, "There is a pressing need for stronger cooperation between countries and organizations to formulate policies that promote values of the tolerance and dialogue and constructive communications between civilizations." Unquote. Only in this way we combat the ignorance which led to the rise of Islamophobic racism in many non-Muslim countries.
These videos, Meet a Muslim Person and Meet a Muslim Family by Adam Sally, an American YouTube personality, actor and rapper from New York City, received over 2 million views on YouTube and counting. A prime example of how to promote the culture of encounter and understanding of the other.